It's time to once again go over the best PlayStation 4 game deals available right now. A lot of great deals available, some not so good as others, but we'll still cover them. Without further ado, let's get right into this. We mentioned this in an earlier video today, but you can pick up Marvel's SpiderMan, the game that hasn't even been released yet, for $50 on Newegg. Now, this is a pre-order discount. Typically over here in the States, games do retail for $60, so $50 for a pre-order is pretty good. Now, if you are an Amazon Prime member, you can get it a little bit cheaper if you buy from Amazon Prime, but Amazon also charges tax. If you're in certain regions, Newegg doesn't charge tax, so keep all of those variables in mind. If you don't have Amazon Prime and you want Marvel's Spider-Man, and if you own a PlayStation 4, you probably want to pick up Marvel's Spider-Man, then this is a really good deal. Even though it's only $10 off, considering this is a pre-release price, that is definitely great. Insomniac looks to be doing a great job with Spider-Man, and Newegg does have it listed to be released at June 30th, 2018. Now, that is probably just a placeholder date. Insomniac, however, has said that Spider-Man is due out for the first half of 2018, so June 30th would be the last day. Nonetheless, I'm sure many of you already have your minds made up on whether or not you're buying this game, and if you are buying it, $50 is a great price for it. Now let's move on to games that are actually already available. First, we have Tekken VII for $20. Tekken 7 has been one of the more underrated fighting games among a generation where there have been many great fighting games. We had Injustice 2, Dragon Ball FighterZ, and I can go on and on. It's been a really good generation for quality fighting game experiences, and Tekken 7 is one that has been a little bit forgotten about. It released last year back in June, and it's actually got a really solid single-player component if you don't want to go too in-depth in the competitive play. However, obviously, if you're playing Tekken, that competitive play is on point. It's a lot of fun. The roster has a ton of depth to it, and for $20 at Target, that is a fantastic price for Tekken 7. Yakuza Kiwami for $15, $12 for Gamers Club Unlocked members. It's been a great year for Yakuza. Last year, we got Yakuza 0 in January. That was a great game. We're looking forward to Yakuza 6 in April, but if the series is still a little foreign to you, Yakuza Kiwami is a great game to pick up. It's a remake of the very first Yakuza game, so technically you have to keep your expectations in line, but Yakuza is still a fantastic game. It was released at a budget $30 price point, and now at just $15 at Best Buy, $12 for Gamers Club Unlocked members. That's an insane price, and I would highly recommend you to check it out. Yakuza 0 is a great game as well, but it's a little bit more expensive, so if you want the cheaper entry into Yakuza, this is the route to go. Assassin's Creed Origins for $40, $32 Gamers Club Unlocked. Now, truth be told, Assassin's Creed Origins has been cheaper, but that was during Black Friday and the holiday week. At this point, you're not going to be finding that deal on Assassin's Creed Origins, but this is still a fantastic deal on a great Assassin's Creed game. Now, Assassin's Creed Origins definitely diverges from your typical Assassin's Creed games, but that's very good because Assassin's Creed was getting a little bit stale, and with Origins, while it didn't throw everything in the garbage, it did refine a lot and just made the Assassin's Creed experience better. Now, personally speaking, I did think Assassin's Creed Origins storytelling was a little bit weaker than prior games. However, it more than makes up for it with its great open world and immense amount of content. On top of that, you've got refined combat that's great. Visually, the game is stunning, and $40 is a really good price for it, and better yet, if you're a Gamers Club Unlocked member, $32 is just a little bit more expensive than what it was going for during the holidays.
Into forts, into camps that you are really, under level. If you're detected, you'll be dead, but nothing is preventing you from trying it and using the level design.
Battlefield 1 The Revolution, $30, $24 Gamers Club Unlocked. Battlefield 1 was a fantastic first-person shooter released all the way back in 2016, but this edition, Battlefield 1 Revolution, will include you the base game, the premium pass, that gets you 4 expansions and more. Along with that, Best Buy is running a promotion that if you buy the game, you also get the Art of Battlefield 1 Collector's Pack. It's a collector's art book, so that's a nice incentive too. So while on the surface, $30 might sound a little bit expensive for what was essentially a 2016 title, the base game is really good. You get all the expansions, you get a quality art book, And $30 isn't too bad for that. And keep in mind, once again, Gamers Club Unlocked members will enjoy a 20% discount, so $24 for this is fantastic. Mafia 3 for $15. Mafia 3 was one of the most anticipated games of 2016, and I can say that it probably didn't live up to the anticipation and the expectations. That's for a variety of different reasons. Mafia 2 was such a great game, and it was very linear, but so many gamers enjoyed that, and when you told us Mafia 3 was going to shift to an open world New Orleans, expectations were pretty high. Unfortunately, Mafia 3 did falter a little bit with its repetitive content. However, it still has a lot of the quality elements that you know and love about Mafia. At the initial $60 price point, I would say that that was a price I would stay away from, but now at $15, and again, $12 for Gamers Club Unlocked members, this is where you should jump in and check out Mafia 3. BioShock The Collection, $20, $16 for Gamers Club Unlocked members. BioShock was one of the iconic new IPs of last generation. Unfortunately, the series has gone absent, and that's for a variety of different reasons that we're not going to get into right now. But if you've never played BioShock, BioShock 2, and BioShock Infinite, or you just want to revisit the franchise, BioShock The Collection is a great way to do so. It's just like every other remastering collection. You've got your visual and technical upgrades. Along with that, you've got all of the DLC content. But best of all, these are three great games at a great price. $20 at Best Buy, $16 for Gamers Club Unlocked members. That is fantastic.
It's time to finish this.
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt. There's already a fight. The question is, which side you on?
Wouldn't it be wonderful if I could do with it?
The remaining three deals aren't anything amazing, but I thought I would still mention them because they are some quality pickups, just a little bit more expensive. First, we have Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus for $40. Now, $40 is quite expensive for a game like this, especially because this did originate as a PlayStation Vita title. However, with these more niche JRPGs, it's very rare and it takes a while for them to be discounted. Take a look at Persona 5. That game is still retaining its value. And speaking of Persona, Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus is actually a game you could compare to Persona. It's not as good as Persona 5, but if you enjoyed Persona 5, this is gonna be a game to check out. Now again, I don't want to make you think too much of it because Persona 5 is one of the best Japanese RPGs of all time. Tokyo Xanadu isn't quite that. However, it is a competent enough JRPG with some great art direction, a solid cast of characters, and decent gameplay. At $40, it's still a little bit expensive, but this is the cheapest it's been. The Sims 4 for $30. The Sims 4 made a wave over on PC, and back in 2017, it finally made its way over to current-gen consoles. Unfortunately, it didn't make a complete smooth transition over to the PlayStation 4. Comparatively speaking to the PC version, obviously with Sims, it's best to play with the keyboard and mouse, but the controls work well enough. The biggest fault of The Sims 4 on consoles is the fact that a lot of the content is missing when you look at the PC version. However, if you're looking for the Sims experience on consoles, this is the only way to do so, and it's still pretty solid, and best of all, it's been being discounted pretty quickly. It released at $50 and now it's already available for $30 at GameStop. At that price, you really can't go wrong with it. And finally, Wolfenstein II The New Colossus for $34. Now, this was another game that was a bit cheaper over Black Friday, but come on, it's not Black Friday anymore, so you really can't expect those prices. However, for this price, Wolfenstein II The New Colossus is still a great game. It is a fantastic single-player first-person shooter. Yes, it is single-player only, but it's a single-player campaign with some depth to it. It's got a quality amount of content, around 14 hours to complete it. The story's pretty good, although it does get a little bit zany by the end, but that's what you'd expect from Wolfenstein. The gameplay is absolutely visceral, and that's an absolute joy, and probably the strongest element of Wolfenstein II The New Colossus. Now, with this game, I would recommend you to play Wolfenstein The New Order first. They do have a quick video that gets you up to speed. However, it doesn't really do The New Order justice, and The New Order is a great game anyway, but if you've already played that, then feel free to jump into Wolfenstein II The New Colossus because it is a great first-person shooter. So that wraps up 10 awesome PS4 game deals available right now. What do you think? Which of these deals are you gonna pick up? Let us know in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching and goodbye.